Alan out in Vancouver. Wanted to drop by and just talk to you today about one of my good buddies, Mr. Arthur Rego, who lives all the way out in Bermuda. He's about halfway around the world from where I am. But the reason why I'm here is because Arthur has been a student of mine now for, I don't know, probably about the past month. Had a chance to know Arthur about 6 months ago. And bottom line is, in my opinion, if you're in that position of watching this video and thinking to yourself, who can I work with? Who can I partner with? Who's somebody who I can either take mentorship from, learn new skills from, or bottom line, make money from, or make money with? I would want to suggest to you that if you haven't found somebody who's a good candidate to work as a side-by-side partner, not just as a prospect or as a downline member, but actually take on somebody who may even be able to give you mentorship, I want to suggest that Mr. Arthur Rego, a good friend of mine who has grown impeccably in these past 30 days alone, forget just the rest of the past few months, but just the past 30 days, you want to talk about a guy who knows how to break past challenges. Arthur is the guy to go to. Just perfect example, in case you're wondering, well, what are you talking about, Alan? You know, one of the biggest challenges that most people have nowadays is learning to promote and advertise themselves using video. Kind of like what you're watching right now with me. Well, when I first met Arthur, one of the biggest challenges that he had, that maybe you do too, I know many others have, including myself, is being able to get in front of a video camera and just turn the sucker on and just start talking naturally with some honesty, with some conviction, with some belief in whatever it is, the topic that you have that you want to talk about. Well, Arthur was in the same position. He wasn't born and raised to know about video. He wasn't born and raised knowing about marketing. Yet in the past 30 days, Arthur has had the ability to A, raise his capability utilizing video, raise his confidence in being able to express things that he believes in to you, the audience or the viewer. He's also learned some of the basic techniques on how to get video out to the forefront of Google. And as you know, when you're creating videos, you want to be able to not only make them convincing, but also get them to the front page of Google, because if you can't get front page access, chances are people aren't going to find them. Well, in my opinion, if you had to ask yourself, well, I got to learn all these skills from somebody, I got to work with somebody who knows how to get themselves out there. If you really had to stop and ask yourself, who would be a good candidate to work with? You'd have two choices. Either A, go work with somebody who is already a top-end professional who makes millions of dollars a year, who's probably impossible to reach because there's so many people out there trying to connect with him or her. Would you rather go through that much stress to connect with somebody who's great at video? Or would you rather catch somebody in their early stages who's just at the very verge or the brink of breaking into what I like to call massive success, where they're out there, where they're meeting a ton of people, where they are attracting a lot of people, but you're getting the chance to meet them at the early stages of their career? If your answer is, I'd rather have person B, then I want to strongly suggest that you take a few minutes, contact Arthur, find out what you and him might be able to do in working together, and you watch how in the next 30 to 60 to 90 to 120 days, how much more growth you get in your business, how much more potential income, if not income, you generate as a result of working with Arthur, and how much more exposure you get throughout the internet. Not just because I'm promoting Arthur Rego, because I think he's a great guy and a great partner to have, but because Arthur puts himself on the line each and every single day, and he pushes himself harder than just about anybody else I've ever had a chance to meet at this early stage in their career. Arthur, you are the man, and whoever chooses to work with you, they're going to be darn lucky to have you as a friend and as a partner.